Are you an old house lover? Have you been daydreaming of restoring or owning a historic building? Vikki and I put together 5 things to consider when buying a historic home.
Over 40 years ago, I owned a Craftsman home. It was honestly one of my favorite homes. It was fun owning a piece of history, and the details were amazing.
Stop reminiscing. Let's get back to the topic.
Okay, we will. Let's get back to 5 things to consider about buying a historic property.
First thing, check the local, state, and federal regulations. The National Register is an acknowledgement of the property's importance to its community, state, or nation. Some buyers may be anxious about this designation. Most of these concerns are unfounded.
This is true as long as the owner does not take any federal money or there's no federal license or permit required. The owner is not required to restore the property or open it up to the public.
But there's always one more thing.
Always check with local authorities and zoning to make sure that home that is historic value does not have a historic overlay or some design controls of the exterior especially.
This could be due to the property being identified as historical, architectural, scenic, cultural, or visual significance.
Buildings in these areas are typically subject to review for any proposed alteration, addition, or demolition. In Aiken, South Carolina, there's overlays like the historic, the old business. They definitely have guidelines and zoning that you have to follow. And there's some other districts to consider like the Horse District and downtown business.
Number 2, being part of something greater. Being the owner of a historic home or building, you have the unique opportunity to share the history and the past of your home.
It's like being a steward of our nation's past. Number 3, buying a historic home offers a significant return on your investment. Is this true or is it false?
It's actually true and false. There has been studies in South Carolina in the past showing that if you buy a home that's in a historic district or historic area, the homes sell faster and at a higher price.
On the flip side, there is buyers that shy away from buying a historic home due to the restrictions or the work or the rules they may have to follow, which might have the price be lower, but then it might be a great opportunity for the right person.
Do your research, talk to your CPA to make sure you fit all the criteria and the deadlines of the submittal period.
In Edgefield, we have a listing of a home called Carnoustie, or sometimes referred to the Shepherd House. In Edgefield, this home has historic value, and they offer a real estate tax incentive to people who maintain, rehabilitate. You just need to check with a local authority, so this could be one advantage in living in a historic home.
Number 4, check for tax credits, incentives, or grants that may be available to preserve or improve a historic property.
For example, a home on the National Register may be eligible for limited financial aid through grants, loans, or tax incentives. We Googled South Carolina, and there are state and potential federal tax incentives and grants available. Check out this preservation hotline website. One thing about the Aiken, South Carolina community, there is a lot of advocates that are proactive in preserving Aiken's valuable history. Currently, there is a local controversy and passion over this potential demolition of a historic downtown building, referred to as Hotel Aiken or the Commercial to some, as well as a building down the block where years ago Johnson Drug Store was located, which holds some significant Aiken history.
Number 5, realtor's advice. When you do an interior renovation, which may not be restricted, it's best to be thoughtful about the historic integrity of the home or building for future resale value. Try to honor its history with today's convenience. Strive for that ideal balance.
Older homes and historic buildings are definitely a passion and definitely cost more money to renovate, but they're certainly a rewarding, worthwhile experience. Looking for a historic home? It's a big decision, we know.
And we're here to help. Make sure you like our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our current and future videos. It's your home, your lifestyle, And
We are your real estate team.